Hey guys, today we are going to show you how kids had fun in the 90s of the last century. Of course, at that time there were no smartphones or even the internet, and children spent most of their time on the streets. Here and had to come up with something to entertain themselves and connect the imagination. By the way, these games and entertainment were not always safe. So many boys still have memories of their childhood in the form of scars. Therefore, we advise you to always be careful, and also be careful about clicking the like button below this video. Okay, here we go. One of the entertainments that a lot of guys love is to catch a spider on the bait. For this, we need the bait itself, or rather, the resin. It was usually obtained by scraping mastic off the seams of high-rise buildings. So this piece of resin on a shoelace will be dropped into the burrow to the spider and lure him out. Well, and then everything is simple. The spider will decide that the resin, it is an insect and will try to attack it, and then stick to the trap. Resin is such a thing that it hardens very quickly, so you have to put it on something hot, a hot rock, a hot stump, if it's a sunny day. Literally, in 5 minutes, the resin goes soft, and you can catch spiders. We went out into the clearing where the spiders are supposed to be. They always live in clearings. Their burrow is just over a centimeter in diameter. We've got burrows here that are slanted, a slight slope. One burrow, a second burrow, here's another burrow. These are some kind of insect burrows because the tarantula has a vertical burrow. We're looking for a vertical burrow and there should be a web on the outside. This is the burrow we're interested in. It's vertical, webbed on the outside, and about a centimeter in diameter. Such caves of the spider can reach a depth of up to 40 centimeters, or even more. Here we found another burrow on the ground. The previous burrow was empty. There must be an inhabitant here. In general, the web is so unique that scientists have calculated that a thread the thickness of the web with a pencil could stop a flying Boeing. Of course, kids in the 90s didn't have endoscopes, but we decided to use this device so you can clearly see how the spider is attacking our bait. When I was a kid, you couldn't see things like this, but now technology allows us to. You could see the spider attacking the resin, but our resin isn't very sticky, and the spider didn't stick to it. We're going to heat up the resin and continue the trap. And there's our spider. Yes, creepy agree. Wow! He attacked the resin bait. Yes, it seems to have a firm grip on its prey this time. We've captured the spider. We did it even cooler than the kids in the 90s. We put the spider on a leash. It took us a long time to catch it, but it was worth it. Now we have a tarantula on a leash. Some dogs walk dogs, some chinchillas, some pet pigs, but we have a spider. Where are you hiding in that hole? Let's go outside. It's a nice toy, but the children are scared. But don't worry, no animals will be harmed in the making of this video, we promise. Alright, we've played for a while, and that's enough. Let's release the spider back into the wild. Bye, spider. He's getting used to us and doesn't want to go. Kids in the 90s loved to play with matches, but there was a catch. You could get your mom's arse kicked for playing with matches, so you had to carry the matches separately, without the box. No box, no offense. Mom finds matches in her pocket. You say they're toothpicks. You pick a plum from a tree. You need matches for toothpicks. What do you need matches for if you don't have a striker for matches? And the striker was safely hidden. We take the filter out of a cigarette and do the following. The guys with these sneakers were the coolest guys in the yard. We are not urging you to do the same thing with your own sneakers, but to get you started, if kids in the 90s had YouTube, they would have clicked the bell under this video. That way, they wouldn't miss any new videos. We will show you what we did. When something is impossible, children automatically hear, "Think of a way to do it." That's why this 90s style origami was created. It's as good as the famous Zippo lighters, cheap and cheerful. For the next 90s children's entertainment, we'll need bottled water. We also need a hospital drip. You've probably noticed the bucket. It's filled with carbide. There was a lot of it on building sites when I was a kid. The childhood of children in the 90s. The first thing we do is make a hole in the bottle cap. And what would children's entertainment be without carbide? If you haven't played with carbide, you haven't seen your childhood. This is the second time we'll need the mastic we used to catch the spider. It's airtight. You could find carbide in large quantities at construction sites. It was used in acetylene burners. Of course, nobody gave it away, and we had to, let's say, discreetly borrow this miracle stone from the construction workers. Unscrew the cap from the bottle and pour the carbide pebbles into the water. Open the dropper and watch the gas come out. The power of the gas burner is also adjustable. Actually, construction torches, probably, and became the idea for this craft, as a cylinder used any bottle, instead of a hose for gas supply ideally suited medical drip. And it all works thanks to the release of acetylene gas during the reaction of carbide with water. The toy is certainly cool, but not safe, so you can have a look, but it is better not to repeat us. This is the burner. I'm an engineer at my mom's. The cool thing about it is that you can adjust the wattage. This torch may look like a toy, but you can burn wood with it, and with enough effort, I think you can even burn a hole in it. But it's not hard to cut through wood. It's quite another to cut a thick aluminum wire. And in general, as far as I'm concerned, my childhood is over, but the ability to build such a burner might come in handy someday. Nowadays, children have gyro boards, scooters, and other things, but in our childhood, we had to make our own means of transportation. Making a wheelbarrow with your own hands was a solvable task. Of course, it was not easy. You needed patience and some details. For the construction, you need 4 bearings, a sharp knife, a thick wooden board, and 4 wooden sticks. With the help of the knife, we carefully grind out 2 axles for the wheelbarrow. The main thing is not to hurry, and to do everything carefully so as not to hurt yourself or lose fingers. The axles are ready. Now we put on them improvised wheels with bearings, well, all fixed and hammered. Kids in the 90s didn't have this advantage, but we do, so let's make the car a bit nicer. If possible, paint the vehicle. Let's add some steering. We need to drill a hole for this bolt. Now we drill a hole and fix all the parts together. Everything is assembled and ready to be tested. Well, what can I tell you? Not a little worse than modern, and most importantly made with a soul and their own hands. Well, lost a wheel on the move, but it's all trifles, all correctable. Cool means of transportation turned out. Our whole team tested for strength and he withstood. That's all for now. Bye-bye.